morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. This is your boy James, where today I'm here to give you my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. It is not going to happen this video, but that's okay. We will live to fight another day. Joining me is my co-host, Mrs. Besh. I'll say what's up to her.
Good morning, beautiful people, and my apologies. James is here early because of me, and I appreciate you. But like, share, and subscribe. Good morning.
Good morning. That's what you do with your best friends. You be there when they need you to be there. You adjust your schedule so that way they can go ahead and get what they need done. Everybody gets fulfilled because who wants to wait till later to the day to do this? I sure did not with this kind of video. Now, the other ones, they could wait till the evening because you have a lot to process. But this one, no, this is a quick in and out. But you guys, please subscribe to Mrs. Best channel. Any reviews or recaps I do not cover on my channel, it's because collectively we cover some on her channel too. We have Love the Hip Hop Atlanta, which we're going to do exactly right after this one. So make sure you are there for that one. Subscribe to her channel so you don't miss out on the live because trust me, based on that episode, we gonna go in. So yes, we need to make sure y'all are there to see it. And then we have other shows. We have Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We also have 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, which is a hoot of a show to cover. We enjoy it. So you guys, if you love shows like that, you will subscribe to her channel and be sure to tell her James sent you. And also please subscribe to our friends Keywan J and Shana _MCD as well. We love them. We appreciate them. They join our channels from time to time. Subscribe to them as well and be sure to tell them James sent you. So let's get into House of Villains, y'all. So House of Villains, we are at the banishment session. And we revealed our three potentials to get banished from the house. We have Christine, we have Paul, and we have Jackie. I'm gonna tell you like this. We open up the episode with Jackie saying, "You done messed up now. I'm Jackie Marie Christie. You don't know who I am. I can, shut this whole place down. You know how I am." And I'm just looking at Jackie like, Jackie, this is why these shows are not meant for you. Because if it were me, when I tell y'all, I would have been like, okay, I got you. I would have been quiet the entire time. But of course, this is House of Villains. They don't know how to do that. So they then go out, after it's revealed who the three nominees are to be banished. They then go out, and Jackie is still pissed about our boy Tyson putting her up. And I said, Jackie, oh my gosh, I'm not in the mood for this. Please stop him. She goes, you know what, Tyson? I was nice to you. When you walked in this house, I hugged you. I was, sweet to you. I just can't believe you would do this to me. Of all people, me. And I'm looking at Jackie like, Tyson, I get, as my best friend would say, you the colorless. I totally get arguing with a black woman, what that looks like on TV. So you were smart to keep your mouth shut and maybe ask a question or two. Because the first question he asked her was, well, what was I supposed to do? Put up New York or put up Kate? Like, what was I supposed to do? And she said, no, it's okay. I'm done talking to idiots. I'm done talking to idiots. And she said, and Christine, don't beg that idiot. Don't beg that idiot. So you insulted this man, calling him an idiot because he had to do his job. And yeah, and I get it. I get he could have put somebody else up, but at the same time, it's a reality TV show that's based in competition. Somebody has to go eventually. Like, it's not like one of those situations where they're on teams and he's turning his back against his team. That's not what's going on here. So Jackie was just all over the place. So, Mrs. Best, I have to ask you, based on what I just said about Jackie and her response to being up for elimination, would you have responded knowing what the game was? Would you have felt a way about being put up to be eliminated, or would you just be strategic like me and try to find a way to stay in the house?
Just find a way to stay in the house, Jackie. It's a game show, girl. It's a doggone game show. But Jackie is neurotic and nutty.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, why you got to tell us Jackie Marie Christie this, Jackie Marie Christie that? The other thing is a lot of the other people that Tyson did have to choose from, if you look at it strategically, are people he has done other shows with, has had relationships with. Jackie, for the most part, does Basketball Wives and has kept to herself. This is really one of the few times we've seen her, aside from trying to fight ball players on the court when Doug was playing. This is the first time we've seen her really outside of Basketball Wives, like, do something. So I don't think she has the relationships or the wherewithal to understand how competition reality TV works. It's totally different from what she's used to. But at the same time, the show is called House of Villains. 9 times out of 10, to be a reality TV villain, you have to have a certain level of delusion and you
Hmm.
ignore the rules of something in some way. And Jackie has checked every box. So I'm not surprised.
Not surprised. Yeah. So it's the next day. We're everyone's making, because this is what you do in House of Villains. You try to form your alliances, you try to make your connections, especially if you're on that chopping block, because it's the house votes that potentially keep you from going home, which I feel like they need to change that. I feel like they need to do something different. Kind of like how the challenge where they make them duel it out. I honestly would want to see more of that process versus it being a house vote. Because to be honest with y'all, this one is okay because Jackie and both Christine did fuck up the challenge. They did. Jackie couldn't find the picture and Christine couldn't cry on cue. But Paul sure enough ate that fucking cake, in record time. So I feel like Paul should have been safe. And I think New York or um Kate, no, not even Kate, because Kate didn't even get her chance to. So I feel like New York really should have been up for elimination. That's my opinion. If we're talking based on performance. But everyone's making their connections. Jackie is talking to Christine. Hey, DM Rocks, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. So, but Jackie's talking to Christine, and she was like, "Well, Christine, this is what we need to do because we need to band together because we need to win this together and everything. So that way, we could turn the tables on the entire house. So when this next challenge comes in, let's you and I work together. So that way we both can stay." And Christine is saying this in the confessional, and the producers was like, "Well, Christine, that's impossible, right?" She goes, "Oh yeah," and I'm like, "Christine, Jackie is setting you up." And the thing about Christina, she's not stupid. She really isn't. She's very smart and very calculated. But the problem with Christina, she doesn't want to be, a threat to anybody like that, like unintentionally. She wants to be like the cute, ditzy, sweetheart person that then gets under people's skin and then falls on the wayside. Christine, I see you. It's a very good strategy. Yeah. I like the Katie and Tiffany duo. Who the fuck is Katie? DM Rocks. Who is Katie? I don't remember no Katie on.
James said, all my life I had to fight.
Right. Wait a minute. DM Rocks. Who was Katie? Are you talking about Kate Chastain?
Probably.
Okay. I had to think. Okay. I'm not connecting Katie and Kate. Sorry. I was like, wait. Okay. Thank you. Because I was like, who? Wait. I had to think about that for a minute. Kate. Okay. You talking about Kate. Um, you know what? I like Kate by herself. Because Kate by herself, she's doing what I expected Johnny to do, which is plant seeds here and there, have a great poker face, and kind of just slide in. Because she's also somebody that checked on Jackie later on that day. And we actually can get to that. So Kate checks on Jackie. And she said, Jackie, how you feeling? And she goes, this shit is fucking with me. Like, it's fucking with me and everything. And she goes, well, just don't let them see you sweat. Like, because if they see you sweat, then they're going to sway and not work in your favor. So, just be quiet, just move around. Everything's going to be fine. Kate know how to play this game. That's why I feel like I didn't say Kate was going. I said Christine or Johnny. I'm going to throw Kate in there as well. Kate can also be a good contender on this too, because she's very clever. I have to give it to Kate. So they then go down to the house and everyone is, around the bar talking, um, Sandoval wants to make them drinks or whatever, but they ain't got no alcohol right now. And so he's yelling at, the house because thinking Joel McHale, because they know he's here, can hear them. So randomly, this colorless lady walk up in the house and she's throwing a tantrum and she's like, what are you guys doing in my estate? And they're like, the hell's going on? She goes, all of you, why are you here? You're nothing but whores and everything. And so Drita, being Drita, because y'all know Drita don't give no fucks about nobody show, nothing. Drita tilted her head and looked in between people. She said, excuse me, but who the fuck are you? I said, damn, Drita. And so another man comes down the stairs, and by the time he's in full character. So we realize these are actors acting out a scene. So Paul says, okay, because I've done Big Brother, I know exactly what this is. You have to pay attention to every detail. And more characters are coming out doing this skit. And everybody is still confused but highly amused because the actors were funny. And Drita taps Jackie on the shoulder and goes, pay attention. And so Jackie then realizes now this is part of the task. So after the task is over, Joel comes out because he's a part of the skit. And then he tells the people, okay, this was part of the game. You had to get key details of this game, and we're going to ask you a Q&A session. So the three contestants that are going to be eliminated then go up. So he's asking questions about the play. Who was the mother? Who got banished to an island? Who slapped who? It was a lot of questions, but to make a long story short, Paul was the only one who was paying closely attention, even though he says he doesn't recall things. So Paul won the challenge, which automatically puts up Jackie and Christine for banishment. So after the game is over, Paul then is met with Tyson. Tyson's like, yeah, see, I knew you were going to win. I knew you were going to win. And Paul's also somebody that's not stupid either. Paul was like, I think I did one of two things. I either have all eyes on me now because I'm able to win and not get myself eliminated, or people are going to want to align with me. So I don't know what's going on, but Paul's like, I ain't trusting nobody right now. But at the same time, Paul, you did align yourself with Johnny and the old girl from the challenge, Ashley. So it would behoove you to play along with it. I'm telling you, I know the show's long and over, but just in case you was watching, Paul, that wasn't a smart move. I would act so clueless and stupid, like you wouldn't believe. So, Mrs. Best, were you surprised that Paul won the safety banishment from the competition from Jackie and Christine?
No, no. He's the only one athletically able and cognitively able as well. So that doesn't surprise me at all. I like Paul. I
I
don't
do
know
too.
why, but something about him, I'm just like, I'm rooting for him. But them damn Big Brother people, they are likable. The game is manipulation and using likability to get to the end. So I actually think Paul is someone people should watch out for, but I do agree with you. It seems like he doesn't always think of strategy in the long run. But I feel like
Mhm.
he could still get by just on how likable he is.
Yeah. So Paul then goes out with Plain Jane out of drag because Plain Jane this episode was not in drag until the very end. So Plain Jane out of drag, they were, working out. And Paul was letting him know, I don't really fit in with people here. Like, I don't fit in. Like, I've always had this trouble. He even tells us in his confessional when he was growing up, he was always the odd kid. He wasn't, good for the bros. He didn't fit in with women. So it was kind of like he was on an island by himself. And so he felt like with Plain Jane, this is a camaraderie because he knows that Plain Jane may know what this feels like being who she, whatever Plain Jane identifies as. Same thing. And Plain Jane did relate with him, understood exactly where he was coming from. And I liked it, this bond. I ain't gonna lie, Plain Jane is actually kind of cute outside of the drag. I get being the aesthetic of the character. I totally get why, but like I was like, okay, you're not a bad looking person. Like you're very handsome. So yeah,
Most of the people that be in drag, though, a lot of the gentlemen that do it be very
hmm
handsome outside of it. But drag is extra, so they're doing a dramatic effect. But 9 times out of 10, I feel like y'all be looking way more feminine, handsome, pretty, all of it combined. I don't know the word to describe all of that in one, even outside of it. But I always
hmm
say, if you could get your face and put all that drag makeup on, balance them corsets and them wigs, I'm sure when you're not in it, you probably look good too. I
Yeah,
would
absolutely. So once again, we're now trying to get house votes. So up on the chopping block, we have Christine and we have Jackie, who are collectively moving around the group to try to, see if they can get people on their sides. Now, Jackie, on one hand, is panicking, coming to everybody like, oh my gosh, she goes to New York and says, Tiffany, what would you do in this situation? Like, how did you get through this? Because I'm going crazy. I'm like really burning up my nerves. And New York was honest. She said, listen, I was a complete bitch to everybody. I was cussing out people left and right, tell them to kiss their ass, tell them to suck my dick, and all kind of shit in between. That's what I did. And I realized that that didn't get me anywhere. Like that just put me on an island by myself for me to get eliminated. So you can't do that. You have to kind of collectively go to people, plead your cases, and let them know. And New York pretty much says in her confessional that she's not going to vote out Jackie because she realizes, because she's known Jackie the longest, outside of the house, she realized it's probably beneficial to her to keep her there. And so Kate comes out the bathroom because she was ear hustling like I would have been. And, she didn't really say too much, but she was kind of like in her mind thinking, okay, so since I heard that New York would need Jackie, it may be in my best benefit to vote against Jackie. So, but that's not what Kate did though. But it was funny because Kate was, trying to wrangle in to see how she could beat everybody else at their own game. Now, meanwhile, Christine is out there, working the field, and she's trying to get, the alliance in the house, which is Sandoval, Johnny, Ashley, Paul, and um, Tyson to vote for her. So, but they don't know where Paul stands. So Paul's kind of like being mutual to everybody and not saying much. So they don't know where he stands. So it's now nighttime before the banishment. And Johnny pulls Christine to the side because he wants to get his Mac on. He's like, "Oh, Christine, I was feeling you. I know we had like a little moment where we was trying to, hook up, and I slid in your DMs." Christine was processing like, because Christine has a boyfriend, mind you, but she ain't said nothing yet. I said, "Oh, Johnny, it ain't that much fun when the rabbit got the gun," because Christine, when he was putting on his Mac and trying to get her, she was like, "Oh my God, this game, I have to strategize. And Johnny, me and you would be a good duo here in this game because we can win this and everything." And Johnny said, "Wait, hold up, hold up, hold up. This is not what I'm talking about." And she was like, "Oh." She goes, "Well, maybe we shouldn't cross the bounds." So immediately she shut Johnny down. She was like, "Nope, not doing it." And he got in his feelings and he was like, "Well, damn, I guess I'm just gonna have to take a step back from her completely." And I said, "That's what your ass get." Because I'm telling y'all, men who do this shit, y'all always gonna meet a woman of your opponent and not know how to handle that
That's
when
what
you
he
get
did.
rejected. Yes, that's
That's
what
what
your
he
ass
did.
got.
'Cause on the
Yep.
challenge, I can't remember the little girl name, but there was a girl on the challenge that Johnny did dirty. Like the way he moves with females is just like
Spectator sport. Yeah.
unnecessary. Yeah, like that's the best, like almost like a
Mhm.
sport. He really does. And I felt bad for that little girl on the challenge. I really did. She ended up beasting and sending his ass home. But still, it was like you didn't have to do her like that. Like if you want a hookup with somebody, state that. If you want to be with somebody, state that. If you don't know what you're doing and just want to play around till you figure it out, ride the wave, state that. People like him. And you know what the show he came from? I think it was Are You the One originally? Are You the One, Love Island, all them
It was Love
shows.
Island. Yeah.
Yeah, all of them shows. Notice nobody fucking makes it. And then the people who do make it, y'all accuse of being in fake relationships and stuff. I said, oh, that's all. I digress.
No, it
Now I'm
was
starting to
funny.
remember Johnny. The more that he's on television, the more I remember the other fuck shit he did on other television networks. I'm like, he always
Mm-mm.
does this with women.
Listen, ladies, let me tell you, and I'm breaking male code when I say this. When a man talking about he a lover boy and he just won't love it, he love the ladies, that is a sign to run. That is a sign to run because love does not have the same definition of what you think love means. And I'm not saying this to go against Johnny because I think he's cute. I think that he seems like a nice person outside of his persona. But what I don't like is for men that have no intentions of being with women long term, play with women's minds to make them think that they have a chance for the long term. So, yes. Hi, Shani. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. What in the world y'all doing on live early on this weekday? We both have things to do, Shani. Like we both are busy today. So it was either do this today or not give it to y'all at all. And I think y'all will want something from us constantly, right? Yes. So, anyways, y'all. So Johnny then goes up to talk to Jackie, and Jackie was like, Johnny, ever since you came into that house, I liked you. I was feeling your vibe or whatever. And she goes, how you feeling about this experience? And he goes, everything is good. I was just chilling out with Christine. We seem good. And she goes, oh, okay, yeah, Christine, I love Christine too, but she's the person I'm going against. And but Johnny, Christine got a boyfriend, right? I know you ain't trying to vibe with her like that. I said, Jackie, wait a minute. And
Jackie Marie Christie, you
I
gotta love her.
said, I said, and Johnny was so caught off guard. He said, wait, what? So Johnny now feels a way about Christine because it was kind of like, damn, now she got a boyfriend. It did just kind of like, because Christine really was not giving any type of vibe to Johnny, whether she was interested or not interested. All she's been focusing is on the show. So now Johnny feels the way about Christine, but in hindsight, he knows that he cannot break his alliances. So even though he feels slighted by Christine, he still knows that he needs to keep her in his house over Jackie. So it now comes time for the banishment ceremony. So Tyson takes his throne, and Joel says, make it dramatic. Make it dramatic as you possibly can. And Tyson's like, I don't know how to do that. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. So he just gives everybody eye contact and sits down. So it now comes time for Christine and Jackie to take their placement on the actual thrones to be banished. And this time it's a little bit different. The chairs look a little bit different because remember, this is a new network, all new aesthetics. So they take their seats and they get buckled in. And this is now the time for everybody to vote. They don't show everybody's vote, y'all. So we only got to see a handful of their votes. We didn't really see Paul's. We didn't see Johnny's. And then we didn't see Kate's. But we saw everybody else's. So New York, of course, voted for Christine to go, even though it was a hard choice for her. And then the alliance members all voted for Jackie to leave. So when it comes down to it and we realize how the votes are tallied, we realize that Christine has 5 and Jackie only has 3. So that means that somebody in the formed alliance, because remember, there are 6 of them together in this alliance. That means somebody on the opposing side did not vote for Christine. Somebody voted for Jackie to stay. And Christine realizes that, but in the speeches, this was so funny because I have to get to the speeches. Christine said, I should stay in this house because, I'm quirky, I'm ditzy, I'm not really that smart. And, I think I should be here in this because I'm not a threat to anybody. And I'm looking at Christine, I'm like,
Girl, bye.
Christine, you are not ditzy. You are not an airhead. You are not playing this game. You know exactly what the fuck you're doing. But I have to give you credit because people are going to automatically assume that. But if I was standing out there looking at you, I would already know you're playing the fucking game, but it worked in your favor. I am not mad at you. I'm not mad at Christine at all because it worked in her favor. Jackie said, y'all, I don't know what to do, but I'm sitting up here and I'm begging y'all because you know what? I'm a lover. I love every single last one of you, and I'm going to be here to cheer you on and hold your head and do all of this stuff. And I just can't believe that, this is happening to me. You guys have to have more love and respect for me and everything. I'm looking at Jackie like, girl, go on somewhere because that's what you should have did the first time you were put up for elimination. You should have led with that versus saying, I'm Jackie Marie Christie and you don't know who I am. I run this. This my city. You should have did all of that. But you shouldn't have did all that. Like, now you're stuck and you're crying and everything. But y'all know what happened, y'all? Y'all know what happened? They left us on a fucking cliffhanger.
Again.
Again.
Okay.
House of Villains. Peacock.
They're going to say to what James is about to say. I already know the network response. Well, people can watch the episodes as they choose. It's not like they're having to wait. Why not put it all in one episode?
Exactly. Why not have just a 2-hour special and just leave it the rest of it? It's not like it's 30 motherfuckers in this house.
Especially with the dry humor aspect of the show. Like Joe McHale, I don't know if a lot of the newer generation that's watching had the opportunity to watch The Soup. I believe it
Yeah,
was
it
on.
was the soup. Yep.
Yeah, he had a show, and it was literally just like, think of James's unpopular opinion or updates video with like consistent dry humor and jokes. It was essentially pop culture put into the form of a roast. I feel like they've brought that concept a little bit to this show, but if everyone's going to be like intentionally throwing dry humor in our face, then at least make the episodes make sense. Because what the recapper is supposed to do, I see people on YouTube recapping this show either doing one episode at a time, as James is doing. I see some people doing episodes 1 to 4. Like, nobody knows what to do with this. And the more people that talk about it and recap it, that's how you get popular. Figure it out. Now it's Peacock. As Joel said, y'all got the budget.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like even if we had access to the episode 1 through 4 at the beginning stages, then I feel like that should be 4 people eliminated right there.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, this
waiting
is too
to
long.
Yeah, not waiting to episode 3 to let us know who went home. So it's kind of like for me, yeah, I'm not. I get that's what they're gonna say, but at the same time, that means episode 1 through 4, I know who gets eliminated. 4 people gotta go because I already want to know if I'm right about who really is going to win. So far, I have Christine, Johnny, and now Kate in the running, and I feel like because Kate goes under the radar and she already knows how to be a strategist, I feel like I'm gonna remove Johnny from that seat because I feel like he's gonna do something stupid to get his ass eliminated. So I'm probably gonna put Kate up in there because she just seems like, but Kate is also somebody else who really don't need this money.
They could be extending also the episodes because I feel like the people who bring the show may go home early. So maybe that's why they're doing it. No shade to some of the other people on the show, but like Tom Sandoval, he's not going to give us anything. He's not a villain, he's just a hoe. And then, and running
Well,
from
the
homosexuality.
same could be said about Johnny. That's why I'm like,
Yeah,
to
like a lot
me,
of the people
like,
here don't count as if they're counting you as a villain based on how you date, to me that doesn't make you a villain. That just makes you fuck boys. But it doesn't make you a true reality television
to me,
villain. Like
Johnny was
New
put here
York,
for eye candy. That's all that shit was.
he ain't even all of that. He looked like every other light skinned
Trust
boy.
me, and but us being black, we understand that. But colorless and everybody else don't know what that really truly means.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
yeah, so
He took care
no,
of my
trust
skin.
me.
Good haircut and that beard. That's all they
Yes,
see.
that's all they see. Exactly. And a good smile because he has a great smile. I want you to take them silver things out your teeth though, because you have a nice pearly white smile. I don't know why you had the motherfucker. I don't know why y'all do that. That is so ridiculous. As
He's trying to
somebody
be like
who's
the cool kids, James. They put
as
things
somebody
in their
who wanted to
mouth.
study dentistry and took 7 courses of internships with dentistry, that is not cute. After knowing what that really does do to your teeth, no, that is not cute. But anyways, that was the episode, y'all. It really wasn't much of anything, and that's because we don't know who goes home. But I did take a sneak peek because I wanted to know who they were going to pick, and I know who it is. So y'all gonna have to wait until the next time we do this to show who got eliminated. But y'all can guess who it is based on how I reacted in this live. But the challenge they have also was highly interesting too. They did the whole Cry Wolf thing, but in Tea Party Kettle. So I love. If y'all have never seen the movie Cry Wolf, it was a horror movie that was made in the mid 2000s. That movie was underrated as hell. And the game, I almost want to write a book, but I can't because I'll get copyrighted if I take the idea from them. But that game is clever as hell. So yes, it's kind of like that. But all right, so we're gonna go ahead and end the live. That was pretty much it. It was a good episode. I will give you that. My favorite part is when Drita looked at that colorless lady who walked up in the house and she said, "Who the fuck are you?" Like, because Drita don't give no fucks, y'all.
She don't.
Drita
I
does.
love
Drita does
Drita. I'm
not.
happy to see
Yeah,
Drita back on TV, but I want to see Drita doing more. Like, can somebody hire her to host like reunions of shows where people are difficult? Because I could tell her saying, "Listen, listen, listen. Look, shut the fuck up. Let her talk." I could see Drita hosting
that would be a good
reunions and
idea.
stuff. She needs to do more. I love Drita though. I know some of y'all don't like her, but she was why I tuned in to Mob Wives personally.
She was in the beginning. in the beginning, she was the person I was watching. And as I said, I don't, it was somewhere around when Carla came back to the show, she started acting funny. And I was like, Drita, no, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. And she never gave an explanation as to why. It was kind of like we just skated over that. And I was like, no, I
I
need
feel like it
explanation.
has something to do with her, well, her now ex-husband, because Carla had ties to him. They used to be talking crap. But, you know, I always say that's why you got to be careful which man you defend and whatnot. If your man's in jail, just be quiet, fighting about or for him.
Well, Carla's husband was in jail too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
but
was like her husband was in jail, so she couldn't talk about. I don't remember. That's what I got to go back and watch my boys because I don't
I believe
remember.
Carla dated Junior first or something, and that caused. I remember them explaining that for whatever reason. I remember that
You
Cartel
know,
Cruise show
mm,
never came back either.
yeah, I think because I know Karen used to be with Drita's husband. I don't remember Carla being. I know.
A couple of them had. It sounds like he made his way around the New Jersey Turnpike as quiet as it's kept. That's what I got from it.
Uh,
And that's why I was looking at Drita. That's where toward the last seasons, though I love Drita, I was not feeling her either because I'm like, I mean, people have past, people have histories. If you got all of this, address it with your man. Stop trying to fight all these women.
yeah, she was. Yeah, Drita was doing the most her last 2 seasons of Mob Wives, but she's good. I'm glad she's back. I wish she would really reconsider going back to Mob Wives. I really wish she would reconsider that because even though Karen has spoken about not liking her, what is the one I don't like? Renee, she has spoken out about not liking Drita, and Ramona has said it. Ramona been not liking Drita. So I feel like to me that should be your ticket in. Because the moment 3 people publicly say they don't like me is the way I'm finna move in. Let's go get this money and let me see if y'all tell me y'all don't like me to my face. Because y'all know
Y'all better
Renee.
give us a show
Right.
without Drita since they bringing back Mob Wives, which James has said he will cover.
Yep.
But they better
Because I
give us
already
a
don't like
show.
half of them. I don't like Karen. I don't like Renee. I don't like Ramona.
No,
I don't know if
Karen gives
Carla's
me
coming
those
back.
clear women that is dating black men not because they want to, but she
Out of
just
spite.
I have my
Yeah.
opinions on Karen
I mean,
and her
so I
whole
feel that
family.
same way. Yep, I feel that exact same way. But yeah, but that was another show for a different day, y'all. This ain't about Mob Boys, it's about House of Villains. We will be back sometime to do over episode 3. Thank you guys for being here. My views could be better, so like the video, please. Comment on the channel. Make sure y'all are seeing this. This is not easy to do, especially when we get under 50 views in a week. So make sure y'all pick this up. I'm only giving it grace because it's a brand new well, not a brand new show. I did this before, but I'm picking it back up. Make sure y'all watch it, like the video, share it. But we're gonna go to Mrs. Best channel to cover Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So you guys please do not miss that live. It is going to be a great one. We appreciate y'all so much. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye.